Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting developments happening in the crypto and AI world, and it's all centered around the Internet Computer, ICP. For those who've been following this project, you already know it's not your average blockchain. The Internet Computer was built to reshape the Internet as we know it, to make it decentralized, self-running, and unstoppable. But right now, it's caught in what I'd call the ultimate catch-up game. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a professional before making any investment decisions. Here's the big question everyone in the community is asking. Can the Internet Computer really catch up to the rest of the AI world? Because while the mainstream crypto space is going through another hype cycle around AI, ICP has been quietly building the tech that could actually bring AI directly on-chain, something no other blockchain can do at scale. But is that enough? Is this the moment where the Internet Computer finally gets recognized for what it really is? A next-generation AI blockchain, or will it stay underappreciated and undervalued while others dominate the headlines? So in today's video, we're breaking it all down. The story behind ICP's AI journey, the competition it faces, the technology it's built, and why its token still hasn't reflected any of this massive potential. We'll also talk about what the future might look like for Internet Computer as it continues to bridge the gap between blockchain and artificial intelligence. All right, let's get right into it. Now, it's no secret that the Internet Computer launched its AI capabilities quite some time ago, roughly a year and a half back, right around the early stages of the current crypto cycle. Back then, while most projects were chasing short-term hype, ICP was already experimenting with on-chain machine learning, large language models, and neural networks, all running natively within its ecosystem. Fast forward to today, and it's becoming more obvious that the Internet Computer isn't just another blockchain trying to attach itself to the AI narrative. It's actually one of the only networks that has an operational large language model running directly on-chain. That's a major technical milestone. Even some of the biggest AI-centric crypto projects, like the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, ASI, Fetch.ai, or SingularityNet, are using Internet Computer's technology to power parts of their systems. Think about that for a second. The biggest AI blockchain alliance in the world is leveraging ICP's underlying tech. That alone says something about how far ahead the Internet Computer actually is when it comes to decentralized compute and AI integration. But despite all that progress, ICP is still playing catch-up. Not technologically, but in perception. Because while the tech is there, the market still doesn't seem to understand what this ecosystem truly represents. Let's talk about the battlefield for a minute. Right now, AI-related cryptocurrencies are everywhere. Some are pure marketing. They slap AI in the name just to attract hype. Others, like SingularityNet, Fetch.ai, or Sui, which was recently chosen by Google for AI deployment, have legitimate partnerships or specialized frameworks, so the competition is fierce. And it's not just crypto projects. ICP's real competition is the massive centralized tech giants like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic. These are companies with nearly unlimited resources, scaling up their models with billions in funding. Yet, here's where the Internet Computer stands out. It's not trying to build the biggest AI model in the world. It's building the infrastructure for AI to actually live, run, and evolve on-chain, independently of corporate control. It's an open, permissionless environment where any developer can deploy AI agents, LLMs, and smart contracts that self-operate across a decentralized internet. That's a big deal because it completely flips the script on how we think about the web. Instead of developers relying on AWS, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure, the Internet Computer becomes a self-sustaining, decentralized cloud. And this is exactly what founder Dominic Williams has been preaching from the start, the vision of a self-driving internet. Recently, CoinDesk published an article titled, "Internet Computer Bets Big on AI as Crypto Markets Play Catch-Up." Now, on the surface, it sounds like ICP is leading. But in reality, as the article admits, and as I personally believe, ICP is the one actually catching up to the global AI industry, not the other way around. But here's where it gets interesting. According to Dominic Williams, this moment marks the beginning of a new tech era, one where AI itself becomes the primary developer of decentralized applications. And that's not science fiction. ICP's Caffeine AI model, for example, can literally code, deploy, and host full-stack dApps directly on-chain without relying on human developers. That's right, you can ask the AI to create a website or a decentralized app, and it will actually build and deploy it within the internet computer's infrastructure. No middlemen, no external servers, no AWS. It's all happening on-chain. That's the kind of innovation we're talking about here. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the price. If we look at the one-year chart of ICP, from October 2024 to October 2025, it's not a pretty sight. The coin is down roughly 50%. In just September alone, it dropped nearly 20%. And this is during a time when AI hype across mainstream markets is booming. So what's going on? The truth is, the market hasn't caught up with reality. There's a disconnect between fundamentals and investor behavior. Most traders still chase hype. They're buying tokens that have already gone up 100x instead of looking for the next 100x. And projects like Internet Computer, which actually have real technology and long-term potential, end up being overlooked. But this kind of underperformance isn't unique to ICP. We've seen it before with companies like Bitfarms, undervalued, quietly expanding their AI infrastructure while the market focuses elsewhere. Then suddenly, when the big players notice, the price explodes. So, just like with Bitfarms, the same story might be unfolding for ICP right now. Part of the problem comes down to communication and marketing. I've said this before, Definity, the foundation behind Internet Computer, has not done a great job staying in the public narrative. Their technology is brilliant, but their storytelling, not so much. While other crypto projects are out there announcing flashy partnerships and exaggerated AI integrations, ICP has quietly been building actual infrastructure that can power those projects. But without the same level of marketing and public relations, most retail investors have no idea what's really happening under the hood. Even now, CoinDesk's piece is the first major article in 2025 that shines any real spotlight on ICP's AI developments. That tells you everything you need to know about how quiet they've been compared to their peers. But maybe that's starting to change. The fact that this article exists and that AI conversations are shifting toward on-chain infrastructure could mean that Internet Computer is finally starting to get noticed again. Let's break down what really makes the Internet Computer different. Most AI cryptos talk about decentralization, but at the end of the day, they still rely on centralized infrastructure. They use Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, or traditional data centers to host and run their models. ICP, on the other hand, runs everything natively on-chain. That means its neural networks, smart contracts, and data operations all live within the blockchain, not outside of it. Back in April 2024, ICP became the first blockchain to demonstrate neural networks running as smart contracts. It started with simple image classification and facial recognition models, proof of concept stuff. But it proved something no other network could. AI can run natively on a blockchain without external dependencies. That's revolutionary. Now, while other projects rely on oracles, APIs, and off-chain compute to simulate AI, the Internet Computer can actually do it on-chain. That's not marketing. That's math, code, and engineering. And now, they're taking that concept further with Caffeine AI, which can generate and deploy dApps on the fly. Dominic calls this vision the self-writing internet, a future where users simply describe what they want, and AI automatically builds and deploys it directly onto the blockchain. It's like turning the blockchain into an AI-powered app factory. This kind of setup could completely transform the developer landscape. Think about it. We're already seeing companies reduce their developer headcounts and replace parts of their workflow with AI tools like ChatGPT, GitHub Copilot, and Gemini. Now imagine if instead of just assisting developers, AI was the developer. That's where the Internet Computer is heading. It's not just building apps, it's building self-building systems. Developers can pay for computational costs up front, thanks to ICP's reverse gas model, and deploy applications that run forever, without worrying about servers, firewalls, or maintenance. Users don't pay gas fees. The developers handle it all. That's a big usability advantage. This could open the door for small businesses, startups, or even NGOs to build and deploy custom AI applications without hiring expensive engineering teams. And every time someone does that, they're using ICP's infrastructure, which drives real utility and long-term value for the token. Now let's talk about Caffeine AI, the big buzz inside the ICP community. Dominic recently announced on X, formerly Twitter, that Caffeine AI will officially combine blockchain, cloud, and internet computer into one cohesive, self-driving tech stack. This means anyone will soon be able to build anything on-chain just by talking to an AI. He even hinted that this new system will go public around mid-October, so it's right around the corner. However, here's my personal take. While Caffeine AI is exciting, it's still more of a proof of concept than a true killer app. It shows what's possible within the internet computer's ecosystem, but it's not the end goal. The real opportunity lies in how big players, companies like OpenAI, Google, or Anthropic, could eventually use ICP's decentralized compute to host portions of their models or run AI agents more securely. Even partial integration would bring massive capital and recognition into the ecosystem. That's where the long-term vision should focus, not competing with those giants, but powering them. Now let's circle back to the market side for a minute. ICP's market cap is sitting around $2.3 billion, and for what it's offering, that's ridiculously undervalued. We have Layer 2s built on Ethereum that are worth 10 times more and don't even solve real problems. There are DEX projects literally called hyperliquidation that are worth 7x more than Internet Computer. It's absurd when you think about it. The reason? Most investors chase momentum, not fundamentals. They buy what's trending, not what's transforming. But here's where things get interesting. Every bear market resets that psychology. When the hype fades, real builders stand out, and ICP is a builder's network. So when the rest of the crypto market inevitably cools down, and we know it will, AI infrastructure plays like Internet Computer could actually start moving against the trend, gaining traction while others bleed out. Now, what should Definity and the ICP ecosystem actually do from here? They need to focus less on token price and more on partnerships, visibility, and adoption. That means working with enterprises, governments, and developers to get this technology in use, because price follows utility, always. If banks, data centers, or AI research firms start using ICP to deploy their systems, investors will naturally follow. That's how real value gets created. And even though ICP might be down now, we've seen it time and time again. Innovation always wins in the end. So, where does all this leave us? The Internet Computer is playing catch-up in terms of recognition, but not in terms of technology. Its AI stack is ahead of nearly everyone else in crypto. It has real LLM integration, real on-chain compute, and the framework for an entirely new decentralized web. But for now, the market doesn't see it. Investors are distracted. The narrative is still catching up. That's why this moment feels so critical. If Definity can improve its communication, form strategic alliances, and showcase how ICP can power the next generation of AI apps, it could go from being the underdog to being the foundation for the future of decentralized artificial intelligence. And maybe, just maybe, when the rest of crypto is looking for its next 100x, they'll finally realize it was right here the whole time. Building quietly, evolving relentlessly, and waiting for the world to catch up. So that's where we'll leave it today. Internet Computer isn't just another blockchain chasing the AI trend. It's building the infrastructure that will define it. Whether or not the market sees it yet doesn't change the reality of what's being built. If you found this deep dive helpful, make sure to stick around because we'll be covering every major update from Caffeine AI's upcoming release to any major partnerships Definity announces. Until then, keep your research deep, your portfolio balanced, and your vision focused, because the future of the internet might just be writing itself, literally. So, what do you think about ICP's current position? Are you bullish on its growth in AI and DeFi? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found value in this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay cautious, and I'll catch you in the next one.